Thank you, Robert.
So I'd like to start with saying I'm not used to doing this. The only time I stick my voice in a microphone is when I sing, and I've only performed twice. So it's still a little nerve-wracking. So, first of all, I'd like to just introduce myself a little bit. I'm Rushang. I'm a fourth-year student in Maastricht University. I study sciences, and like David, I'm quite a bit into philosophy. Actually, a few other speakers. And it's one of the things I've been thinking about a lot is actually character and what defines character and how it influences the world around us. So let's get started. So this is where character comes from. A few things to mention is we sharpen and we mold our character when we express it. And likewise, we decay it and dull it when we suppress it. It was mentioned earlier by a speaker that it's something that we kind of sculpt ourselves into by the habits that we cultivate. But I'll get to that later. And yeah, it's something that I do believe we have complete control over. And by the way, none of this information is mine. I'm just reminding you of what you already know. So let's first define what character is not. And the biggest misconception is that people think character is personality. The best way I could help you clarify is personality is something that is interpersonal. It's something that you can define through your relationships. It's something that you express through your relationships. But character is like, it's your values, it's your moral principles, it's your ethical standards, your integrity. Something that you define from within, something that you nurture from within. And yeah, it's completely personal. It's something that you can discipline yourself into. No one's born with a shitty character, no one's born as a noble person. It's something that we sculpt ourselves. So like I said, character is something that is purely made out of habit, and a few other speakers tonight have suggested that themselves. So we have to ask ourselves, why are our habits currently like? Why do we do what we do? A good example to answer this question would be the problems that we have faced in our lives. Something to remember is that we sculpt our character the same way we would sculpt our body by pushing it through resistance to build muscle and whatnot. And we sculpt our character the same way by pushing through the resistance that is dealing with our problems and solving them eventually. And now I'd like to talk a little bit about myself. I gotta admit, I'm not the best example I know of character, but I do know the reasons why I procrastinate now. And before I didn't. I just thought it was something, something by chance, something that we didn't have complete control over. But I saw this phrase like a year ago, and it really, really hit me at that time because I'm in a band right now, and I have this song called Red Ground, and it's truly about just like being in hell and like just not knowing how to get out of it. And I saw this phrase which the only way out is through. And then I thought about that, and I realized that like all our problems that we have, like especially me, like my example would be I always used to just kind of shelter away from them or procrastinate until a certain deadline comes when you have to deal with it. A problem can also be an assignment, by the way. Something that requires, something that's not, you know, that's not just low flow of least resistance. And I realized also that all our problems that we're given, all the challenges that we may have, and all the moral principles that we may believe within ourselves, we can overcome. We can overcome our problems if we choose to focus our attention at different areas of the problem. And it all comes down to first accepting and admitting the problem the way it is. You know, forget your shoulds and shouldn'ts and first realize what is in the moment. And after you've accepted that, you can start working with it. You can start implementing your creativity, thinking of seeing it in new ways and whatnot. And it's something that I've tried to make a habit for my own life, and I've got this new view on life which I'd like to share, which is just a bit like, think of it as a game, you know? Like, just wake up, you're always going to have problems, you're always going to have something to challenge you. And with the belief that you can overcome them through your own potential within, just see of it as a game and as a way to express your creativity. And all the more as you build that habit, it'll help you become into something that you hold to your heart as an ideal. Thank you.